Recording is on.
Right. Okay, I'd like to bring the April 6, 2026 Area Plan Commission meeting to order. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would, please stand and join me in the pledge. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, thank everyone for coming. We'll do a roll call. Mr. Glancy, whenever you're ready.
Raymond Bear.
Here.
Cindy Cairns.
Here.
Jerry Cuddell.
Here.
Gary Duckwall.
Here.
Kel Grindle.
Here.
Ed Hartman.
Here.
Travis Lemaster. Here. Karen Poland.
Present.
Clayton Schultz.
Here.
Wilbur Webb. And Randy Atkins.
Here. Okay, we will move into item 3, approval of the minutes. We will table 3.1, the January 22nd, 2026 meeting minutes. If you would, commission members, please review 3.2, February 2nd, 2026 meeting minutes. Question or comments in regard to the February 2nd minutes? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion.
Motion we accept the February 2nd, 2026 minutes.
I have a motion from Karen Poland to accept them. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
A second from Mrs. Cairns. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, if you would, please review 3.3, the March 2nd, 2026 meeting minutes.
Maybe just a comment. There were changes made in discussion regarding the rules and procedures. I just want to make sure that the final version reflects those. Like one of the proposed changes that I emailed was removed, and I think one or two more things were added. So I don't know what.
Man,
Please.
I'd like to finish these rules and get them in a final form and vote on a final form. And then that way you know what it is and everybody has a copy of exactly what the last thing is.
We did approve a final form.
Right.
But I can email, and I think I emailed you a version, but I'll make sure, I'll watch the meeting again and make sure, because there was one change that we proposed that was taken out. That was regarding the address. We decided we wanted people to write their address, doesn't mean they have to say it out loud. And then I feel like there was one other thing we had, but I'll make sure you have a final version that we can, I don't think we need to vote on it, but we can distribute what it was. Now, whether that means we shouldn't pass the minutes, I don't know that that's the case.
I think the minutes are reflecting the action. I think the action was taken, which I
Yeah.
think it's okay for us to pass the minutes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm always willing to revise.
Any other comments or questions in regard to the March 2nd, 2026 minutes as being presented? I'll entertain a motion when you're ready.
I'll make a motion, we accept as presented.
Motion from Mr. Duckwall to accept the March 2nd meetings. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Have a second from Mr. Caudell. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we do.
This might be changed.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
I just saw that, just actually did that, so. That's just a typo.
Yep. Okay, we have been presented the March 11th special meeting minutes and the executive session meeting minutes for March 11th. If you would, please review those. Make that change on the copy I'm going to give you.
Mr. Chairman, did we conduct and finish a performance review for Mr. Clancy? My memory is failing me here. I didn't think we did that.
We did not. We heard, no, we did not.
So we need to change that 3.2 and remove his name.
Yes.
Okay.
The other thing that we need to do under 3, Todd, is Berry Hill is one word. That's performance reviews for Randy Berryhill. We want, and also in 3.2, Berryhill would be one word.
And I've spelled Kale's name wrong.
That's what I just.
I'm surprised Cale
I
didn't
was gonna
catch
say-
that.
Oh, he already did.
Oh, did
Okay.
So I have some editing to do.
We have some editing to do, but the content is good,
Okay.
with the exception of what Mr. Hartman has brought to our attention, that we did not do a performance review on Mr. Glancy. So we'll remove that.
We did not what?
Do a performance review officially on you?
Oh,
We did Randy and Tammy.
Yes. 3.2,
okay.
we have you as a performance review, and we did not do that officially. We,
Okay.
I don't know we want to discuss that here, since that was executive session. Okay. So in the executive session meeting, we have 3 corrections. We're going to change Kate to Kale. We're going to make Randy Berryhill in 2 places, 1 word for his last name. And on 3.2, we're going to remove Todd Glancy. Any other corrections on executive session, March 11th?
And item number 7, the duck wall has an E in the middle.
Oh, and the next one, you're talking a special meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's approve the executive session meeting minutes with those corrections. unless we have identified others.
Oh, there's two good things.
I'd entertain a motion to approve executive session March 11th as proposed with the corrections.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'll do that.
Have a motion from Karen Holland. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Travis Lemaster. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Moving to March 11th, special meeting minutes. As Cindy Cairns has indicated, number 7, we will take the E out of Duckwall. And we will change Kate to Kale.
Again,
Again,
we're consistent.
we are consistently wrong. And we've got that in a couple places. Anywhere there's a Kate, we're going to put a Kale.
Computer problems.
Correct.
Computer.
Copy and paste is pretty consistent.
Any other corrections? March 11th special meeting.
I move we accept with those corrections.
Have a motion from Travis Lemaster to accept March 11th special meeting minutes. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second from Jerry Codell. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, minutes are taken care of. We'll look forward to the January 22nd at our next meeting. All right, moving on to old business. We don't have any. Moving on to item 5, new business. We will conduct a public hearing on docket 012-26, a zoning change from industrial 1 to ag, I believe is what that is. Mr. Glancy, could you give us an overview, please?
I believe we have
Right here.
the petition, we have the petitioners here. If you look at the maps that are on there, I think the maps do a really good job at explaining the site. Because there's kind of an odd shaped site there that has been industrial and over a very long period of time. And the owners will explain this better than I do. They want to be able to build on that property and change that zoning and add a home. That's where their business is for camping. And so most of the ground around it is agriculture. This is really kind of an odd, out in the middle of nowhere. Anybody get 2 copies for the finding of facts? Okay, you're probably familiar with it. And then they want to leave that other small portion that is industrial as industrial. And that gives them a lot of flexibility for plans in the future.
So the rectangular portion we're going to leave, and the triangular portion is what we're discussing. Is that correct?
Well, it's the whole parcel. We're going to move the whole parcel to ag.
Okay.
Correct? The whole parcel is going to ag.
Yes.
Anything else to add, Mr. Glancy, before we bring the petitioner to the podium?
I don't think so.
All right, Mr. and Mrs. Nottingham?
Good evening. Thanks for listening to us. He pretty much explained everything to us. We currently live in Greenfield. We purchased the Hidden Lakes camp 11 years ago? 11 years ago. And we want to move from Greenfield to the campground area. We want to take that land in front and build our permanent home.
We do want to merge that portion that's left into the campground
The
lot.
rectangle,
That
the
way-
rectangle section.
That way it's not landlocked or. That's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes it all nice and.
Anything else you'd like to add?
That pretty much sums it up.
All right. Okay, we're going to ask you to sit down. We may bring you back up.
Sure. No problem. Thank you.
Do you have anyone opposed to the proposed zoning change with us this evening? Hearing none, seeing none. Commission members, we'll open it up for deliberation. You have questions? For the Nottinghams?
What's the building in the trapezoid that the drive's going to?
You guys want to come back up and answer our question, please?
Where are you speaking?
Just, what's this bit? What's all
Let's
this?
see, that is actual barns.
Barns,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Okay.
Right there.
currently
Yeah.
stored. Campground.
Is the section with the barns on it, is it going to ag also, or is it staying I-1?
It's staying there.
It's staying I-1.
Yes, sir.
All of it except the triangle area, I think is,
The triangle area is going to ag.
yeah, the triangle. all of
Yes,
it.
and the back
That's a
square,
little tiny
yes.
triangle.
And it's all
I can't see.
rectangle with the pond in it.
Close this triangle.
Yes.
Yes.
Also goes to
There's
ag.
another little triangle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the intro. I don't know if that's weird or not.
Yeah,
But yeah, see this one here.
here it is.
So we're talking about everything in blue on ag.
Yep. Yeah, that section there, the rectangle triangle.
Really good on the.
Yeah. Several different maps.
Survey.
Yeah, and it's not, it's nice. I like all these maps.
37.
They answer any questions when I sit there thinking, and when I turn the next map, oh, it answered my question.
Yeah, 37.
Basically, everything in blue is going to ag, correct? In this
Yeah,
map?
It's blue map.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
the
correct.
blue is gonna go to ag.
Okay.
Almost looks like by the picture here, the back part of that triangle or the rectangle area is being used as campground.
It is.
Correct.
So we're gonna merge it, we want to, once we rezone it, we wanna merge it into the campground because it's already in.
Do away with all that area of the
Yes.
campground that's in that. Okay.
Correct, yes, sir.
Because everything around it'll be, is ag and already in the campground.
So the part south of the barn, that little, where the entrance is into the campground, is that ag or industrial? Mr. Glancy?
Part that's in the, which, on your guys's, on the drawing from the GIS, looks a little different from the one on the survey. So it shows a little different on the survey page. The driveway is actually not in that area, but we are gonna add a driveway to the new part. And then that little aerial will combine with the big part of, it has its own driveway.
So that blue triangle goes just a little further than what it shows. That driveway would be still the commercial entrance into that commercial area And then everything else down the way, we'll put our private drive in for our home.
I actually think he's talking about this one here. It looks like you want to merge that, right? I think you're,
Well,
Right.
yeah, we were talking about maybe merging that one,
yeah.
Okay.
or merging
Oh,
the little one, the
Yeah.
little driveway.
Yes.
Right, that's I think what
Yeah,
he's meaning.
that's what-
Got it, okay, sorry, I thought
I
we
thought you
were
wanted-
the small little corner on.
Because there's
Yeah.
two entrances.
Right.
This one, oh, I thought you were figuring it out.
Yeah, no, I think he, I think
Really, how the campground is landlocked out.
This one's in.
Okay. Well, at the moment. We don't wanna make new issues. No. Okay.
Yeah.
And as the surveyor, I wanna let you know that that is a regulated ditch through your campgrounds. And we're gonna need to work on that sometime.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Just as long as we keep the water moving is my concern.
well, we got water flowing.
So,
We're constantly fighting that battle with the beavers, so
Yeah.
we've eliminated some of them downstream from you. this
Yeah,
year.
well, the farmer came over to me and he said, "You gotta clear that beaver dam." He says, "It's clogging up my fields." And I said, "Well, it's on your side this time."
We have,
It was on the other side.
we'll have money in that fund by the end of the year. I mean, so we can spend money on that if you need help getting that beaver dam out.
Nope, we've already removed it, just
Farmer.
brought in the equipment and we've removed it, everything down. So I think we're flowing pretty well at currently.
Currently, we are with this rain.
Just opportunity to talk.
And my maintenance guy cuts down the trees that are down inside, removes all that out. So we try to keep it as clean as possible.
Along the water flow, that's all I'm
Yep.
concerned
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I don't want to make the farmer mad. He's my neighbor all around me, so.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can look at it,
Mr. President.
Any other questions or comments, commission members, for the Nottinghams? You guys can sit down, please.
Okay. He's finishing that sign-in sheet.
Hearing no other comments or questions, we'd entertain a motion to approve the zoning change.
I'll move we make a favorable recommendation.
Yes, second.
A motion from Mr. Soltz, second from Mrs. Cairns. We'll do a roll call vote on this, Todd, since it's a public hearing. The second was Cairns. Oh, did you do that?
It was from
I'm sorry,
Poland.
Mrs. Poland.
So the motion is for a favorable
Correct.
recommendation for the zoning change, just to be clear.
Correct.
Raymond Bear,
Yes.
Cindy Cairns,
Yes.
Jerry Cadell,
Yes.
Jerry Ducklaw,
Yes.
Bill Grindle,
Yes.
Ed Hartman,
Yes.
Travis Lemaster. Yes. Karen Poland,
Yes.
Clayton Schultz.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Motion carries.
And that's a recommending body. This will go to the commissioners for final approval. You guys are aware of that? Okay, all right.
And then do we need to do anything until we hear back from them or?
How's that work?
So I will certify this to the commissioners and work on getting that on their agenda,
Okay.
okay?
And do we have a timeline on that usually take or, I mean, is it a month, a year, 2
They meet
years?
twice a month,
Okay,
so we'll try to get it on there,
perfect, yeah, not a problem. So,
okay?
got plenty of time, I'm just looking, trying to find out when we start building.
Okay.
If you guys. wait
Check in
until
with
that's
him
done,
when the meeting is, because you'll need to be there.
Oh, we'll need to be there.
Yes, you should be there, yes.
Okay,
Now,
Just in case you have any questions.
perfect.
this, to split the parcels, I need to wait for that, correct?
Yeah, I'd wait for that.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, you can call me and we can discuss.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for your
Appreciate you guys.
patience this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we will move on to new business item 5.2, and we are actually going to table any action on that item. But Todd, I'm going to ask you to kind of give us a review if you feel necessary to do that, as far as our status at this point.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass this out and talk at the same time. Does that work for everyone?
Perfect.
No, you don't hurt yourself.
You never know. So this is different than what was in the package. This was after, and this is good that we're having discussion this time before we have a public hearing. And if I run out, I'm gonna be really upset.
I can,
Okay. Somehow I miscounted completely. I have one more. Yeah, I have one. Apparently I can't count today. So after some deliberation, after the commissioners passed ordinance 4 that imposed a temporary moratorium on the issuance of permits for data centers, then they said we're going to take it to the APC. So taking that on to bring it to the APC, it was like, exactly what do I do with this and how does this process work? Since they passed an ordinance, voted on ordinance, and we haven't seen it yet. And then reviewing the ordinance itself, it's not like we vote on the ordinance. So it became a process question that many of us discussed.
Is that for the building or what?
We have a fire alarm route posting in the building.
Mr. President, I move to table, or what's the word? To come back, adjourn, or not adjourn?
Adjourn?
Not adjourn.
Recess.
Recess, that's the word.
There you go, recess.
We have to go out. So we get markers.
What? Gotta go about 4 minutes and it'll shut off. And then it'll come back on. About 15 minutes, somebody will pull the lever again.
Did Marcus reset it remotely?
He will, yeah. I don't think it's Marcus's thing.
He can reset it out.
Can he?
we're ready.
Okay, we're back from the fire alarm.
All right, we will end our recess and we will reestablish the April 6, 2026 Area Plan Commission meeting. And Mr. Glancy, we were looking forward to the continuation of your comments in regard to 5.2.
So what I'd sent out in the packet was a resolution 005, and I really based that on moving ordinance 4 forward. And again, through conversations with several people, County Attorney David, the proper process is to rework a resolution within the APC, and then we take that to the commissioners, and then they can vote on it to be able to give us 6 months of time. We can call it a moratorium if you want, but in our ordinance, we are allowed 6 months to delay until we get an ordinance ready for something like a data center. So that's what this is about. Won't have any other conversations. David knows more than I do about these things. Did I explain it fairly well?
Very, very close, other than on a parallel track. I believe the commissioners had the power to pass the ordinance for the moratorium. But this, our tract, I think solidifies their standing to do what they did, because now the ordinance, which ironically they passed, is actually going to be followed, assuming we pass this resolution, if that makes sense. I know it's complicated.
And I guess the question is, do we want to tag a battery storage ordinance on to that resolution also? Because I believe that we need to work towards both a data center ordinance and a battery storage.
The only thought I would have on that is, do you have time to research both of those in that 6-month window?
That'd be a question for Mr. Glancy.
I'm ready. I'm ready to add it in with the subcommittee as a standalone ordinance. I think it can make sense. I think we could go down either path, but if it's dependent upon me being able to turn things over from that subcommittee, I just say, let's go for it.
Because battery storage was mentioned in the outline and the information that we've reviewed up to this point. And the question becomes, could a battery storage unit be used for other applications other than data? And if that's the case, then we would need a standalone ordinance in order to apply it to whatever unit it may be used for, or whatever development could be used for. So that was the thinking besides having a standalone battery storage unit ordinance.
And that's technology that is here now. Small nuclear reactors got some years out before that becomes reality. And I don't think there's enough information to build a good ordinance around that.
Right, I agree.
That's just my opinion.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. Other questions, commission members, in regard to what Mr. Glancy shared with us?
Do we have a cryptocurrency ordinance? Because I know the data center specifically says it doesn't apply to cryptocurrency mining, but the hardware is almost identical and could be retooled very easily.
We don't have an ordinance for cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's very similar, and maybe we should include it.
Yeah, I personally, and maybe it's in the scope of this discussion, but I think it should be in the data center because, like I said, from what I know about it, the hardware is nearly identical.
What's the difference between that and the Bitcoin thing on 100?
That is, the Bitcoin thing is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's in Marion though, right?
No.
It's
It's in
above.
the unincorporated?
Yeah, it's in the unincorporated area.
They never annexed that.
No, they didn't. It's along 69
Right.
north.
So that does complicate things if there's an existing something we have to deal with. So maybe that might be a reason why we want to carve it out. But I'm just saying, it's as far as the things you'd consider, I know a decent amount about both, and I can't really come up with zoning differences between one and the other. That would be
Would we assume the existing is grandfathered in?
Grandfather,
Yeah.
the grandfather, correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could sit under stipulations as far as the expansion?
Yeah, that's expansion. Or if they wanted to retool. And frankly, what someone could do is build a cryptocurrency mining station. Then if they went bankrupt or sold it or something, it could very easily change to a data center or other direction and you would be very similar infrastructure.
Mr. Glickfield, would you recommend that we take one of these at a time? Because we can always apply a new resolution to other ordinance to capture the 6 months that we're discussing.
I would, just with the experience that we have with the solar and the amount of time that took, I believe the data center is going to be quite complicated. And if you recall, the solar took almost the full 6 months to get that done. If you start mixing things in, I think it's going to really be pushing you on your time limit. So maybe just thinking aloud, if you start with a data center and then if the battery storage is simple, maybe do that a month later and then maybe look at crypto a couple months later. Because there's a crypto already here anyway, and that's a huge process to get that here. So it makes the most, to me anyway.
Procedurally, we have the power of these resolutions. We don't have to request
Correct.
anybody's permission to do what we're going to do at the next meeting.
As long as they come in the unincorporated, that's exactly right.
Okay. Other questions in regard to this discussion, commission members?
Does a delay or a moratorium, however you want to word this, does it prevent towns from annexing property or annexing part of the county?
No.
No.
Just wanted to be vocal on that.
Unfortunately not.
And I just want to point out the purpose of the moratorium, and it should say so in the resolution, and I'm sure it does, is to study and give adequate protection to neighbors for requirements zoning wise and or whatever for data centers. We don't want to use the language just prohibit them,
Right.
I think we get in trouble with that legally. So,
Other questions, commission members? Okay. Do we need to have a motion to table that, or is discussion adequate? David?
Just one discussion. This is not advertised as a public meeting for a public hearing, because that's the other piece to our recommendation to move it forward for an ordinance. This would be the body that has the public hearing for an ordinance.
Okay, and we will plan that in May.
And that May.
Okay.
It got a little hairy. I thought maybe we should just talk about it first.
I think that's good. Okay, all right. No other discussions regarding 5.2. We'll move to item 6, reports, resolutions, communications, and general discussion. Mr. Glickfield.
just a couple quick things. Of course, we've been working through the data center language, Mr. Glantz and myself. We have another legal issue, which I won't get into too much, involving something we're going to have to address. So it's keeping us a little bit busy on that.
Okay, thank you for your efforts. And anything else, Mr. Glancy? Report?
It takes a lot to get this meeting together. I never take the time to really jot things down while I should be reporting to this board. So we have extended a offer for a permit clerk, and she'll be starting in just less than 2 weeks. And we are still interviewing for a code enforcement officer. We've made 2 good interviews. We have a couple more resumes that look pretty good. We'd like to go and see what they are. Interview those folks. And or another resume comes in.
I want to express my appreciation for what Todd and Tammy and Randy are doing in regard to running the office as efficiently and effectively as they are understaffed. I mean, they need to be committed, or they need to be commended. They may feel like they've been. They need to be commended for what's going on up there. And I just want you guys to know that I personally, and I'm sure the commission members, appreciate what you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
Appreciate that. We still see a lot of work ahead of us in a lot of areas for improvement.
We're going to be patient with you.
Thank you.
As you work through that. Okay. All right. Anything else, Todd?
I think that's it. Okay.
All right. This time we will open up for public comment. Any public comment? Anybody in the audience? Hearing none, we will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion from Clayton Schultz. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from, all right, Mrs. Karras. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Which one is that?